You sent me a text yesterday that made me laugh so hard. I don't even think you realize how much it made me laugh because I think I just thumbs upped it or something. John texted me yesterday out of nowhere. He said, Pete Hegseth follows Dane Cook and I can't stop laughing.
It's so sad and it's so real.
Okay, let me explain why.
Oh, shit.
I just think it's crazy that that Secretary of Defense is following comedians and has social media.
Right.
Then he's also following like influencers who are trying to be offensive. So that's also like a weird thing for the Secretary. Like the Secretary of Defense really needs to be neutral on everything.
I think all of those people, damn it. Oh, juked me. Oh, went for the high. I went for the guy. You wait. I was looking. That's a great free stream. That's your collectible card.
They should start making collectible cards so serious, and they should have funnier faces.
The average man.
Well, like a guy, you know, he's taking a shot, and he's just like, because it's all like serious. It's like it's gotta be like.
That's the most, but also the unserious. And you make the shot is the most cocky.
Right. To make it not be serious. Yeah. To go.
If I was the defender, I'd be so mad. Like, this punk ass.
Well, that's what I used to do in high school. Yeah. I used to put I would wear my hat crooked, and then I would tuck one ear in as I would pitch.
Your baseball cap. And then you do that? Oh, I'm striking out. Oh, I do the one ear tuck on. See, I always buy my hats big because I don't like the way it feels squeezing my head.
Yeah, it's probably not good for you.
And then I pull it pretty low, and I cover. I don't know why, but it's so comfortable. It's like a security blanket. Yeah. I cover one ear.
Yeah, I cover one ear. It's great.
And it's just not like, not like B-boy white kid in the 90s sideways, but like just
slanted,
slightly askew, just slightly off.
Tilted, one ear in.
Yeah, which is so dumb because I want it to look just casual, but I just gave it away that it's so planned. I'm in the mirror going, is it askew enough? Is enough of my ear tucked? Now I look natural.
Well, I do it, and my baseball coach used to get mad. Caminelli, stop doing the faces, But my catcher would be laughing trying to catch me. No joke, senior year of high school, I struck a kid out laughing.
That's awesome.
He was laughing as he was swinging because I was going like this.
And that's when he realized he was going to be a comedian and not a baseball player.
Yeah, that was the moment. I don't know if I might be look, I'm going to give myself an accolade. I might be the only person to have been in a serious competitive game and struck a guy out laughing. Because it wasn't like it was the end of the game, we were like having fun. This was like the game. Like this dude needed to get a hit. And I struck him out laughing.
Doing?
The listeners could see that.
He's got the Jim Carrey as the Grinch smile when he did
In and then boom.
When you said in, is that the ear?
Ear in, and then three swings, like he laughed. He like literally, and he was pissed. Like after he struck out, I'll never forget this. I remember my catcher just being like, "Oh my God, he was the best, my catcher." And I remember the kid struck out laughing, but then immediately pissed off walking to the bench. So it wasn't like he was like, "Ah, he got me." He was like, "God damn!" Like
he fucking got me.
Yeah,
dude, I was terrified of baseball. I was less terrified of. I played football several years.
Wait, really? You were terrified of baseball?
Baseball scared me because think about. You're throwing a rock at somebody. Man, if you're not watching, John just did the loser symbol on his forehead.
It's perspective.
It's actually this. For wimp. I'm a wimp, dude.
I was going to say winner.
No, wimp. No. Here's the thing. You're a pitcher, so I would have been terrified of you especially because you're throwing a rock at me at almost 100 miles an hour.
I mean, we're not playing the major leagues. I don't know.
Maybe 80 miles an hour.
85, 86, 87, hit 88.
Sorry. 90. Let's just meet in the middle.
So your perception, perception's everything.
Well, and you're so close. When you're in that batter's box, that thing is coming like this, what is it, few inches from you? And I have to, look.
That's how you viewed it.
I have not. Obviously, I don't have very good vision. So and my very first and only time playing Little League baseball, I got hit in the ribs by the fastest pitcher in the league.
That'll do it.
PTSD.
That'll do it. Mm-hmm. That'll do it. I actually was a little worried in the batter's box at times younger because I watched our star player hitting wise when I was in 7th grade. There was this kid on the other team who I was in Pennsylvania at the time. I don't think this kid was our age. I just don't. He was jacked already, and I was like, "This is like a dumb hillbilly who's like."
He had a job at Costco.
Yeah, this guy's like 17, and we're like 13.
Jeez.
But he hit in the face my buddy, who was like our star hitter. Hit him in the face with the He was far and above the fastest pitcher in the league. There was no close second, and then he hit me in the knee. And I remember just being like because he was super fast pitcher, but he had no control, and to throw that hard with no control, he probably shouldn't have been in. So that dude scared me. But here's what I would have done if I was to coach you. I would say, Jason, which one's a rock? And I would hold up a rock and a baseball. And I'm going to throw both of these at you, and I want you to tell me how they feel. And I would say, this is not a rock. This is a ball. You're going to be fine.
It's rock hard.
And then I would throw at you. I would make you sit. I would make you stand in the box, and I would throw at you because you would see
On me, like to hit my body?
to hit your body.
Oh
And I
my
would say
God.
it doesn't hurt that much.
Well, it hurts. I did not have a good coach. It was the 70s. It was 1979. I think it was the year that was 1979. It was like a movie. The coach would show up in a Z28 T-top car, and he would walk out onto the field with a 6-pack of beer under his arm. It was that kind of thing. My dad almost beat him up one time because I was so bad at baseball, dude.
So that's what happened. Your coach was drunk every practice.
Yes. And so here's the thing. Now that we're having this is therapy because I'm remembering this too. He threw a bat at me. The coach threw a baseball bat at me.
Yeah, okay.
So one time I was doing so bad. If you and I were to go outside and play catch, I would just be the biggest wuss. I would go, no, like it's so scary to me that this baseball being hurled at me. Oh. Yeah. So when I was a kid, I would get out of the way. I wouldn't stand there and catch. I would like try to be out of the way to catch it, and of course you're missing it.
So you looked at baseball as just a sport with weapons to hurt you.
Yes, it was weapons.
The bat was a weapon. The baseball was a rock.
The coach was a weapon.
Yeah, like everything. Just you had some drunk weird uncle just hurling weapons at you.
My dad put him up against the fence because I was doing so bad at practice, and the guy's like, "Dang it, Collins," because they never called us by our correct last name,
right?
And threw a bat at me, and it didn't hit me, but still,
if
scary.
your perspective,
we were like 7 or 8 or some shit.
My thing with you would have been to try to change your perception of baseball, and I would have said,
dude,
this is not a rock. This is not a rock. Like I would try to get you because I get it. You think someone's throwing a rock at you.
And bats now. See, I'm telling you, I guarantee if I'd had a coach like that, Dave, think about that for just a second. Remember, for the longest time, I hate baseball, sucks, but it was because of my first intro to baseball.
Yeah.
I had a bad coach. We were on a bad team. I got hit by the fastest pitcher in the league. We lost every freaking game. But if we had a coach like you, who knows? I might be in the MLB.
I remember, like, it's all about perception. Like, people with ketchup. I know someone didn't like ketchup. And
the condiment.
It's because the perception of ketchup was that it was like really, they did not like tomatoes. Mm-hmm. So they could not get around the fact that this was tomatoes.
Right.
But I'm like, but ketchup doesn't really taste like tomatoes. Like if you didn't look at it as like tomatoes and you looked at it more just like a dipping sauce, I think that they would have liked it because they admitted they like the way it tastes, but they don't like it because it's like they don't like tomatoes. Right. Yeah. So it's like perception.
And this is maybe part of my trauma too. Ketchup to me looks like blood.
See, oh, that's what I'm saying. It's perception.
It's perception.
You're going, it's blood.
I don't want to eat blood eggs.
Blood?
Why am I eating blood eggs?
Yeah, what am I playing baseball, getting rocks thrown at me? I'm not even eat my own blood. So it's perception.
But yeah, it's perception. And I always hated on baseball. I'll never forget my grandmother taking us to a Dodger game, and I was like, this sucks. This isn't football. And now I love watching baseball. I love watching baseball so much, and I now recognize the skill that goes into it.
I went to Savannah Banana game.
Oh, I want to talk about that. You know the Savannah Bananas? Dude, they're like the Harlem Globetrotters of baseball.
Yeah.
And they're incredibly popular. John got to go.
I was in the dugout because they're awesome there. Coach V hooked me up. He's the coach of the Savannah Bananas. They were in town. so fun, and the guys are so talented because people are like, I know some you know, I play baseball, so I know some baseball players that are like, one dude was that I played college baseball with. He was like, I don't like it, man. I don't like what it's doing in the sport. And
The Savannah Bananas?
And I'm like, to baseball, I go, dude, it was so much fun. It is the best time I had. I mean, these guys were so talented, number one. It was like an ADHD kid's dream. There was never a dull moment. I didn't want the game to end.
Wow.
It was like, yeah, it was just so much fun, and it was funny, and like, I was just laughing, and they're good. They hit back-to-back home runs at Angel Stadium, so it's not like it's a. I mean, that's like big time.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, no, it was awesome, and I mean, to catch a ball while doing a flip.
Yeah,
and
that's what I was going to say. These guys are doing backflips and catching balls and like.
it's crazy. It's such a great league. It's taken off, and I just think it's
It's a full-on league, the Savannah Bananas. Then there's other teams as well. Like, because I remember with the Harlem Globetrotters, they were the face of that funny league, but they played all these other teams. Tailgaters, Coconuts.
It's called Banana Ball. It's the Banana Ball League.
Okay.
So it's like a take on baseball kind of thing. I don't want to.
And Savannah's they're the face of the league. Because whenever I see clips, it's always them.
Yeah, they're the big one. But I love it, and I love everyone that works in the organization, and the players were so cool. And
Dude, shout out Savannah Bananas.
yeah, you got to go. If you can get tickets, it's like sold out everywhere. But like if you can get tickets, great night out.
He's got an autographed ball.
From Jared Weaver from the Angels made a surprise appearance and like pitched to like 2 batters. Because my whole thing is I want to go in. I want to go in. I want to go in. And
Tell him, John.
I'm not joking.
We know.
Because
And by the way, he's capable.
I'm capable of pitching. I'm capable of pitching. Like I could pitch. You know, I don't know how well I would do. I'd probably need to get my arm in shape a little bit, but like
Training.
Think about it. PR. Think about 41-year-old comedian comes out of retirement. I mean,
You know what? There's the story there. There's the story there. How old a comedian?
41.
I thought you said 49. I was going to be like, you look
You
amazing.
know I'm not.
You look amazing.
Okay. Do you want me to go back? At you?
Yeah.
83.
Dude, if I was 83, I look so good. I'll take it. I'll take it. Bags
You're
packed,
83. I'm
baby.
49. What were we talking about?
In the car?
Clavicular.
Oh, Clavicular. Have you seen this kid, Clavicular? He's all over my YouTube right now, and I think it's because I watched one video on him, and then there's a documentary that I watched that was with him. This kid, first of all, he's the face of this trend that's going on with Gen Z called Looksmaxxing, and basically what Looksmaxxing is maximizing your looks, whether your weight, your jawline, all the stuff. They have a scale of what you could do that's the perfect face, the lengths that they're going through to get this, what they think is the perfect look, is pretty incredibly insane, especially because they're so young.
We're just going backwards. I mean, yeah, they're doing stuff that's like unhealthy. Like they're taking like peptides. You said they're breaking bones in their faces.
Bone crunching. They take a little hammer, and they just start. They tap on the bones, their cheekbones, with a hammer, to swell them up, to give them these prominent high cheekbones. Isn't it so depressing? And some of them are doing their jaws, so it's like they have this very odd. There was a filter that a bunch of people were using for a while. This guy that had like this, that looked like lip injections and the ridiculous jaw, and they're making themselves look like that.
Tell you what it's not. Tell you what it's not. Manly.
No,
Not manly.
it's funny you say that because most of the forums that are about this are just all guys, and they're all just critiquing each other's.
You know
looks.
what else it's not? I don't even think it's gay.
It's nothing.
I don't even know what it is. It's just lunacy.
Yeah, and it's all that matters to them, by the way.
And the thing about Clavicular
Great name.
is that he's a bad guy.
Yeah, he's a bad guy. He's in the media a lot. Also, real quick, the name Clavicular apparently comes from the word clavicle, because that's part of their Looksmaxxing, is to have like these prominent clavicles or whatever, and so he goes by Clavicular. But yeah, he's a bad guy. He's a bad guy.
But that's what we're doing now. We like bad people. But here's the origin story of the real life villain that we like, is that it started with reality TV. We started to love. When it first hit the scene, we loved reality TV. here's the thing about reality TV. It was regular people getting cast on these shows, but there's also a level of there's also a level of scripted to it. There's also heavy editing. So this was still like with a network behind it, right? But we started liking reality TV so much, we started liking the train wrecks, and then we started to like the villain of the reality shows, right? So, who's the villain?
Or not necessarily like them, but just want to keep watching.
Keep watching them, sure.
Yeah.
Yes, perfect. Now, we keep moving the goalpost, what I've talked about precedent before in this podcast, we keep moving the goalpost. Now people like real life villains, not reality show villains, actually bad people in real life, and we laugh about it. Clavicular just got arrested, number one. So he's actually like a bad dude,
Yeah.
right? So we need to stop liking bad people, because what's next, right? Are we going to start following in real time a serial murderer and just not have him arrested because we just love that he's killing people and it's fun to watch them in real time? When's the goalpost going to stop? Jack Doherty?
Yo, that guy.
Horrible dude.
That dude.
Horrible person. And all the villains are getting big. They're getting all the money because you're watching it. And then they're finding each other. Like Jack Doherty's now with the Island Boys. Island Boys are just crazy people, right?
Oh, those
because they're all collaborating. The villains are collaborating. And you look at Clavicular sat down with Andrew Tate. Why is that not a deal breaker? Dude, Andrew Tate's a sex trafficker.
Right.
Like anyone who's, I'll tell you right now, I don't care. I'm not that desperate in life. If Andrew Tate wanted me to come and sit down with him and talk to him, I would say, no, you're a sex trafficker. You're a horrible person. I'm not sitting down with you. Like,
is it true that he can't come to America because he's wanted or something? Like
I don't know.
He fled, but yeah, that's.
I don't know. But multiple arrests, multiple jail time. He keeps skirting, kind of. But like Andrew Tate's a bad dude. He's also a bitch.
Well,
I mean,
can I say something? One thing that you mentioned Andrew Tate, all these guys, I did a little studying on these guys. One thing that they all have in common is this, and this is why I think that when women get a bad rap when they're told they have daddy issues. Oh, she's a stripper, she's got daddy issues. All of these men that we're talking about all have absentee fathers.
That's funny. Oh.
They didn't have a father in their life.
Projecting.
They're projecting. Yeah, they actually have daddy issues.
I didn't think misogyny was really making that big of a comeback, but I'm going to tell you, I was at something with family. We were at this like dinner. I'm going to tell a story because I thought it was disgusting. This kid who's in his early 20s, and I know that his family are Trumpy.
Mm. You can tell now.
He's literally, I know because I found out later, because I didn't know why no one was telling this kid to shut up. I'm the only one going, he's telling stories, trying to make it look cool, look like with women, but he's telling stories like, oh, me and my friends, we went to the strip club, and he's like socially awkward. Like he looks like he's, to not curb this behavior now, he's gonna like kill a prostitute with his energy. He goes, yeah, it was so funny. We all got kicked out of a strip club because we were saying to the strippers, like, so, what's your what daddy issues do you have? Or is your father in your life? We kept saying to all the strippers, and they kicked us out of the strip club. And people around the table are kind of like, yeah. And I go, I walked out. It was only one family member of mine, and then it was like a bunch of people, like friends of friends. It was at this little dinner thing. I got up and I left. I went, I'm not going to be part of this. And I said,
good.
Why is no one saying to this guy? I want to be like, dude, you sound like a piece of, can I say, dog crap. You sound like the worst. Your father and mother are right here. They're telling the story. Everyone's kind of smiling. I go, when I was a kid, and this is how society has just completely eroded. If I was a kid, first off, me and my friends, I had friends that were morons. I had friends that would probably do dumb stuff. But we all would be like, hey, dude, don't do that. And what we would all do is, dude, don't tell that story at the table.
Yeah, that doesn't exist anymore.
And if we did, our parents would be like, okay, we're all going to leave now. And, in the car, he'd be like, okay, you're grounded. Like, that's not how you treat people.
Right.
What happened that the parents are going, oh, yeah, you got kicked out of a strip club for saying strippers are What is going on? Or are people just so not there anymore?
Yeah. It's like what we were talking about earlier because, it all starts with the parents, in my opinion. It all
Yeah.
starts with the parents and how you parent your child.
Yes.
And I said this, and what I compared it to is as when I was a kid or when I was being a parent before social media or anything like that. I didn't do this, but I saw a lot of parents doing this. Our generation's version of "shut up, kid" was like putting candy in there. Give them candy. Okay, here's candy. Be quiet. Leave me alone.
Right.
The new version of that now, at a very young age, is they just say, okay, they give them their iPad. They put a screen in front of them.
Right.
With no limits.
Right.
I mean, they say there's limits, but there's ways around it. Any kid can get on YouTube. Any kid can get on YouTube.
Right.
And
Yeah,
most,
yeah.
And most kids are smarter than their parents when it comes to the computers
Yeah.
anyways. But that's the new version of that. They put these screens in front of their kids so they don't have to hear their kids. Which, if that's how you feel about your kid, you shouldn't have had kids in the first place.
Right.
Because it's a challenge. It ain't easy. They're always wrong.
Such a good point.
But the new version of here, kid, here's some treats.
Yeah.
Is now here. Here's how many times do you see mothers walking with their kids or fathers, and the kid's holding the phone. The kid is holding the parent's phone. The parent goes, let me find a cartoon or something goofy, something mindless that has no educational value. It's got no. It's like from our version, no nutritional value. Just makes them happy. It just soothes them and makes them not yell and get in my way. And so many kids are doing that now, and I think it's desensitized them. Number one, which is huge because for a 14-year-old kid today to have a pretty close to nude woman pop up on their TikTok is nothing to them.
Yeah.
They'll literally just go, okay. Next thing. If that popped up on our televisions as we were kids, we'd want our parents to leave the room or we'd leave the room because it was so uncomfortable. Our little guys would go, wait a minute, what's going on over there? And we'd notice it immediately. All these Tates and whatever the heck, claviculars, if you listen to them in certain interviews and somebody finds a way to get a little deeper, they become these lost little boys.
Yeah, lost little boy. I mean, Andrew Tate seems like a lost little boy ranting into the camera, and people are going, and the amount of people that are, so what's crazy to me now is, and first off, I do believe a great deal of this has to do with the combination of social media and Trump, because in order to support Trump, you have to be okay with RAPE and SA of children and pedophilia. You have to be okay with all these things. So you're going to turn a blind eye. It's going to desensitize. You don't even realize you're doing it, but eventually talking about strippers like this, that ain't bad compared to what our president's doing and what we have to, so, I mean, so many people in his cabinet are just getting arrested for, I mean, look at even Kristi Noem's husband now comes out as a cross-dresser.
Yeah.
All of them, Matt Gaetz,
Yep.
all of them, right? I mean,
JD Vance.
I mean, Hegseth's been arrested before for stuff.
See the new video of Patel dancing around his apartment?
So in order to keep your sanity while supporting him, you have to be okay with all this stuff.
That's the thing that bothers me the most when people say, I don't know about that. But what I do like about him is,
nothing. Well,
that's the deal breaker, no matter what else they do. You know what I mean? If they go out to church and feed homeless people every Sunday, but they essayed a kid one time, deal breaker. Deal fucking breaker.
Yeah.
But these people, it's just, no. It's so, their fear and racism and bigotry is so ingrained in their head that they're like, I'll take the good with the bad.
Yeah. Nuke us, start wars. We don't care. Take all my money. But what's really getting scary to me is how many people are now so shamelessly a terrible person, shamelessly and publicly, and supporting it publicly. Like Jake Lang.
I'm not sure, Jake.
Okay, he's a white supremacist. He was a January 6th insurrectionist who was jailed.
Okay.
He's a racist, bigot. He goes to protests, peaceful protests, and starts problems. He gets arrested a lot. Horrible bottom of the barrel human you could find. Has 115,000 followers on Instagram. That means even if some of them are fake, let's just say half of them are fake. Let's say 70,000. Let's say 60,000 people are openly following this guy.
Right.
I have 11.1 thousand followers as a comedian for 16 years, making people laugh, and I've done a good job of it. 11.1 people, but 10 times the amount openly follow him.
Yeah.
Like, that's where we've gotten.
Here's what the thing that bothers me most about that is a lot of those people go, I just want to see. What they don't understand is when you push follow, you're immediately a supporter of that person. You're supporting that person's career.
I'm honestly, and I'm over. that excuse. I think that they actually do like,
Yeah.
they do like the content. On some level, they're liking it.
Yeah.
Even if it's for negative reasons, you still like the content. And that to me is not okay. So the fact that we're getting to a point where evil people are garnering bigger followings, you're going, oh, now we've entered this news phase where laws are going out the window, social contracts are being ripped up. Bad people are going, this is my time to shine. I can be out. What laws had done, laws really weren't out there to like help good people as much as it was to try to curb as much bad people, as many bad people as they can.
100%.
So the laws would try to like curb people from being horrible.
Right.
And now, and so those people, they did a good enough job of repressing them enough where we could exist
Right.
in relative peace. Now, they're, for the first time ever, the pedophiles, they're all coming out of the woodworks going, this is our time to shine. The bad people, the racists, they're like, I can finally be out in the open.
Show who I really am.
And that's what social
It's
media is
because of-
doing and this
yeah.
culture.
It's because of what you said about the laws thing, because we have to also remember who's in charge of implementing the laws.
Right.
The lawmakers are all politicians as well.
Yeah.
So you could say, well, the laws are in place and we're a country of laws. We should be, but we look at all the lawlessness that's happening right now at the highest level of government.
Yep.
We are in an illegal war.
Yep.
The war that's happening right now in Iran is very illegal. It's illegal, and he didn't go through the right processes to have this happen and get the approval and all this stuff. He just said, you know what? I'm a social media president, so I'm going to act like a social media content creator, and we're going to just go do this. We're going to go do this for the clicks, guys.
And eventually,
Clicks and money.
it's going to trickle down to everyone's going to start going, why am I following the law?
Right.
If no one, because then the president, then it's going to keep, then like CEOs they're gonna start following the law less because they already don't follow the law, but now they're gonna do it in front of our face, and then everyone's gonna start slowly going, why is anyone following the law? There's no, like, laws are not even real anymore.
Right.
Like, look, people with money always got around the laws. That was it, right? But they didn't do it in our face.
Now they are. Yeah.
In our face. We knew they were doing it. It kind of was, but it wasn't like in our face. So we already know money. It's money above law. Money and power. It's like money leads to power, which leads to being above the law.
Right.
We already kind of knew that, but they would still keep it in check. If someone did something bad enough, they would kind of get taken down, you know?
Right.
But now every single person is just going to start going, nothing matters, the law doesn't matter. If no one's following it, why am I?
If our president can do it, why can't I do it?
John Campanelli here from the So Sad and So Real podcast. Thanks for watching. Continue to watch, continue to rate, continue to review. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon, iHeart, wherever you watch podcasts. Continue to watch us on YouTube. And guys, we're just getting started. Was that good?
It all goes back to social media. Social media has ruined so many things.
Yeah.
Like it's and just at the small level of our industry, stand-up comedy. I cannot post a joke now without the comments being flooded with people so angry about what I said. Like, for example, I got a video out right now. It's about flight attendants. It's making fun of the whole process. It's kind of silly. The comments are flooded with people going, you know, the fact that you think that making fun of this is funny, you're a bad person. I'm a bad person. I'm an ass.
They probably follow Clavicular too.
They probably follow Clavicular.
Chlamydia. Let's call them chlamydia from
Let's
now
call
on.
them chlamydia.
They probably follow chlamydia.
And I, as a practice, I don't like to respond to comments a lot because if you do that, it's bad for your soul. But I finally had to go, listen, guys. Somebody sent me a clip on YouTube, probably of a plane accident. Said, watch this and let me know if you still think these jokes are funny. And I just went, no. Because this is a stand-up comedy act. It's not real life. This is not a TED Talk about flight attendants.
they'll get more mad at you.
It's a joke.
They'll get more mad at the joke than they will at, like,
Pete Hegseth.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's
because
crazy.
they don't feel like they have power over him.
Yeah.
And they feel like they're trying to take that. And that's another thing too, is people are starting to really take things out on other people.
Yeah. And Trumpers loved to talk about how sensitive everybody is. Guys, relax, you sensitive babies. They're the biggest
They're the worst.
snowflakey babies on the planet.
They're now the worst audience members.
If you make fun of their favorite president, which has been a thing in comedy since the beginning of comedy, we always made fun of our leaders. We live in a country where we're free to fucking do that. But if you say something about Trump, then you got Kid Rock's dumbass coming at you going, "You F with Trump? You F with my skinny old wrinkled ass." Like, shut up, dude. I'll come
Kid
over to your
Rock.
fake White House and break your freaking
Can
neck. I
we-
can't stand that dude. He is the biggest idiot on the planet. Did you see what happened with him? Did you see what they're investigating because of him? The helicopter?
Yeah.
Dude, a Black Hawk helicopter did a flyby of his fake White House in Nashville by his pool and hovered next to his house so that Kid Rock's dumbass can go out there and salute it. And then made fun of, and then for some reason made it about California. This is something you guys in California don't understand. This is real respect for the military. I'm like, no, actually it's not, because you just wasted our taxpayer dollars. We paid for that helicopter to fly over your little miniature White House so you and your miniature penis can miniature freaking salute. Dude, I can't
3 songs.
stand this guy.
A guy that has 3. Wait, I'd say 3 great songs.
Okay. A couple of them are bangers.
I like the 3 songs, but there's three. A guy who's known for 3 songs. 20 years ago. 3 songs 20 years ago. 3 good songs. 20 years ago. This is not, the Backstreet Boys,
Right.
who at least had an album, but a great album.
Right.
The 3 songs. This guy had 3 songs.
3 songs.
That's 1 more than 2.
That's one more than 2.
That's 2 more than 1.
1 less than 4.
Yep.
Oh, click some money, dude. That's the next. Dude, I think we might have accidentally given Kid Rock his next hit.
No, it's probably Clavicular. Can we?
Click some money. Dude, it's a good song.
Oh my gosh, that is good.
Yeah.
Can we start calling Clavicular chlamydia? Can we get that going?
Yeah.
I would love it if
Hashtag
people.
clavicular has chlamydia. Hashtag clavicular is chlamydia.
Yeah. Instead of clavicular, we should just start calling him chlamydia.
But the problem is he can't get chlamydia because he can't have sex because his penis doesn't work because he's pumped himself so full of
with peptides.
and he's well. You know what he should do is he should try to get an erection and then hammer smash the
hammer
erection.
smash.
He should, dude. You know what?
Chlamydia,
Enhance-
hammer smash your. Hey, chlamydia, listen to us.
Listen to
hammer
here.
smash your erection.
It'll work, dude. First of all, find any picture of Andrew Tate so they can get excited.
Yes.
And then hammer smash your erection.
Hammer smash your. Well, it's
that
going to
way
be a chubby. He's
one
going
of
to be a
his-
chubby. He's not
yeah.
going to be a full erection. Hammer smash your
Might be
chubby.
skinny.
Chlamydia. Listen to us. Hammer smash your chubby.
Hammer smash your chubby.
Clicks and money.
Clicks and
money.
Dude, nice. Hammer smash your chubby. Clicks and money.
Clicks and money.
dude.
Yeah, that's right. 49-year-old and an
Chlamydia.
83-year-old coming at you. By the way, Clavic, I was trying to figure out how he got so big, because he came out of essentially nowhere.
Well, it's because he's
Live streaming.
Live streaming. Yeah, they do the Twitch and all that stuff, but he also the things he's saying are provocative. And
I'm sure he's got some funny stuff that's like, okay, but vet someone.
Real quick, he can't be funny. I don't know if you've ever seen him in an interview. He is a robot.
Right, that's why
he's
it's funny.
a robot that doesn't. He's not a social person. He also and another thing these guys do in this manosphere is they love shitting on women doing OnlyFans. Like you should be ashamed of yourself. At the same time of promoting it, one of these guys, I can't remember his name. He's a British dude. He's such a bag of dog shit. He has a modeling company where he promotes these women to go on and be nude on cam girl stuff, but at the same time in his social media, he goes, "I can't believe what kind of slots you are on OnlyFans. It's like you're not being traditional. What do they call them?" And thank you. It's a terrible accent. Sorry,
It was
Emma,
not
if
very
you're
bad.
watching.
It was a good accent of a guy being ridiculous as a British guy. It was,
yes. It's an American Brit.
You know what? Because clavicular, chlamydia. So because chlamydia is soulless. That's what it is.
That's what it is.
And this ties into our obsession with crime documentaries and serial killers.
Yeah.
That's why we like the villains, because now we're seeing the real life villain. We're going, man, this dude's so interesting to watch because he has no soul. But let me tell you something. I think people should take psychology classes more so that you can really. I did minor in psych. I'm not an expert, but I absorbed what I learned.
You're expert enough to abbreviate psychology with SIKE. It's pretty cool, dude.
Psych! It was spelled SIKE though, 101. That's how I got good at comedy. I took Psych 101, dude. I'm going to start a comedy class called Psych 101, dude.
We might want to cut that out because that's genius. Somebody will steal it.
Yeah.
Somebody will
And
steal
that
it.
music
Yeah, dude.
title.
Clicks and money.
Clicks and Money. Psych 101. That's our
Hammer
band
that
name.
chubby.
Clicks and Money from the new band Psych 101.
But it's true what you're saying about the villain thing because think about it. You're a Batman fan.
Yeah.
What's more interesting than the origin story of the villains? Why did they become the villain?
No, I like Batman.
Yeah. No, but
Like-
Batman had an origin story, and to a lot, if you think about the Batman story, a lot of people considered him a villain.
I do like Criminal Minds, but what I like about Criminal Minds is they get into the mind of the killer in order to catch them. So as the show's going on,
I just like the PJ. That
I don't
PJ.
like the bad guy. I want the bad guy to get caught, though. I think
Yeah.
now we want the bad guy to get away with it. And so what I was saying about the Psych
that
101
sucks.
thing is if you understand, if you really were able to understand a sociopath and a psychopath, you'd realize they're not interesting. There's nothing interesting about them. They're just people who have no conscience. Some of them are born like that. Some of them it's environmental. Some of it's a combination.
And daddy issues.
Well, that could be one of them too, like abuse young. But we're obsessed with like trying to figure them out almost, or they're so intriguing. But there's nothing intriguing. They just don't care about you. They'll hurt you and not care. Once you understand what that means, you no longer are interested in them.
Right.
Like I'm not interested in a person that I know would kill me and not feel anything about it. That to me does not interest me.
No.
I think that's that is the least interesting person I've ever met, is someone who just has nothing going on upstairs. That's not interesting to me.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's not an interesting person. That's
It's
just
also
a loser.
a very short story. Like, okay,
It's a very-
I get it. He's the guy's nuts, and who cares?
It's a short story.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say that they're losers. I don't want to say, because sometimes it's not their fault. They're just not interesting to me, right? Like people that, so people that are able to do stuff for whatever reason, bad stuff, it's like that to me is not who I want to learn about, you know? And it's so, but we got to start calling this guy chlamydia.
Clavicular chlamydia.
And stop watching people who just live stream all day. It's weird. Don't you think to yourself,
that's-
like, what?
yeah, that one of the interviews I saw with this clavicular chlamydia kid was that the interview was in his house, and he's walking around his house. The entire house looks like this podcast studio. There's no like living space. It's just like lights there, cameras there, screens there. Over here's where, and the kitchen is all set up. So if he's cooking something, the kid is constantly, and not just him, but so many people. Their whole life is looking into a lens and being on a screen and being looking at screens. That's the crazy part too.
Yeah.
People are watching them watch shit.
Yeah.
It's sad. It's crazy. That's why I've said this before. Technology is amazing and terrifying at the same time.
Yeah.
Because all of this stuff is the fault of technology. We're
Yeah.
trying to make things easier or whatever. But also, it's now where, we used to make fun of Paris Hilton and the Kardashians for being famous for nothing.
Yeah.
Now that's the norm.
That's the norm.
Now that's what it is.
Well, it was just the perfect storm of the tech explosion mixed with Trump was the worst. Like if we had a better president and government and we were able to kind of slowly come into this more where things like bad stuff was still frowned upon.
Right.
Like following a white supremacist publicly was still frowned upon, then it would have been maybe we could have ushered our way into this stuff a little bit better, a little bit more graciously.
Right.
But to have this dude completely have us become morally depraved on
Right.
top of this explosion was the perfect storm. And you're almost like conspiratorial about it. Like, well, was that the plan? Were they like, hey, in order for this to really take off, we need this guy to just be crazy? Like, pedophilia needs to be okay? Like, I don't really know what it is.
Well,
Another thing, what?
Well, Donald Trump is the president because of social media. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think there's
I'm
a lot
not
of propaganda.
sure if that would have happened the way it happened had it not been for the podcasters and the social media guys. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right, but also you could say the opposite. Well, he was just more willing to lean into that stuff.
Right.
Whereas like other politicians were a little bit more like, well, I still have a standard. So even if it's a politician you don't align with, even if it's a even if it's like a Mike Pence type who say what you want about Pence, but he's a career politician who you might not agree with his ideologies, but he still conducts himself as a politician. Yeah. He's not as open to do that. So Trump was the first guy to go, yeah, I'll just do all this. But
you know what else is really disappointing about that is that everything nowadays, also information is right at our fingertips. It's so easy to go look into, because so many people voted for Trump saying he's a businessman, he's going to run our country like a business. If he runs our country like any of his businesses, we're done. All of his businesses failed.
I also think that Trump also, there's like a lot of propaganda from like Russia, possibly even, I hate to say it, I'm not going to get into this because it's a touchy subject, but like Israel, like there might have been a lot of money behind. I mean, propaganda is a real thing and it works. So I don't know how much of it's like just purely social media, or if some of it was like
he is helping Russia out a lot. He is doing things for Russia at the same time that Russia is helping find American bases and stuff to bomb. I heard this. Is this true? Have you heard this?
I've heard that it's all bad.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Also, men and women now hate each other. Dating is not good now. They've divided us. The manosphere, I'm sick of it. You know what men don't? I'm actually going to put this more on men. Men need to do a better job of absorbing what it's like to be a woman, and they don't. And like understand, like, here's the thing about women. If you get out of a relationship, a guy never has to get out of a relationship with a woman and go, man, she might militarize.
It's so true.
Men are savages. Men are violent. Women are scared for their lives. Even if it doesn't happen all the time, it still happens. There's, women are scared. And so like, for instance, you never have to be like, my ex joined ICE. Like, I'll never have to worry about that. I'll never have to worry about going, yeah, dude, she just got an AK and she's just kidnapping immigrants. I'll never have. There are women out there who are like, he was nuts. You want to know how nuts he is? He's now ICE with no training. He's ICE with no training. It's
dude,
like,
it's true. I mean, you hear more,
because men get radicalized, and then I mean, look at all the school shootings. Look at all the shootings, mass shootings. Yeah. It's men. Yeah. Women don't have to go. I'll never have to go, dude. How many times has a guy said this, gotten back from a date with a girl and said to his guy friend, I don't know, dude, she kind of had school shooter vibes. Never. How many times has a girl gone, he was weird, total school shooter vibes, and you're like, maybe.
I can see that. Yeah. Did he wear a trench coat?
Women have it worse.
Oh, man.
We have to worry about them militarizing to each other, being like, he was this and that, and then you're just like, all right, whatever. Yeah. And, maybe saying things about you that aren't true or trying to be like, but we don't have to worry about them shooting multiple people. Yeah. And they're so much more vulnerable, and that's just it. They're not gonna, like if I heard a woman had a gun, like someone, I went on a date with this woman and turns out she had a gun, I would be like, sounds like a smart gal.
Yeah, say.
But if a girl, one of my friends came to me and was like, I don't know, he like showed me his gun, I'd be like, get out of that now.
Yeah, don't go out with him anymore. Also, maybe call the cops.
Right. But vice versa, I'd be like, sounds like she's, she's safe.
Yeah. That's so funny because a lot of women you're seeing a lot more women on social media posting videos of them at shooting ranges and doing the courses and all that, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is a woman who values her safety and but as soon as you see a guy doing that,
that I'm a little scared of.
But if you see a guy doing that, it's a
you're like, okay, dude.
Yeah. I'm a little scared of the shooting range. I don't want her to be that precise.
Yeah.
I don't want her to be that good at it.
Yeah, let's not let him get. That's when we start to get worried.
If I piss her off, I'd like her to miss.
If you're like, oh, how's the new girl you're dating? Good. She was at the shooting range earlier. I feel like, does she do that a lot?
She's actually like an expert marksman. Get out.
But also, girl has brass knuckles in her purse. Boom. Smart. Mm-hmm. Guy has brass knuckles in his pocket. Do you kill homeless people at 1 a.m.?
What are you, a gangster from the 40s?
Yeah. Guy has mace.
Are you on a bear hunt?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah. We're going to have a rabbit trap next. A girl doesn't have mace. You're like, why don't you have mace? You should have pepper spray with you at all times.
Funny.
Right?
A guy has mace. You're like, what a weirdo. A girl doesn't have it. You're like, yo, you're not very responsible, are you?
Yeah.
Dude, that's so funny.
And that's why women have it worse.
Yep.
I've posted this before, but I'll tell this story about when I was on the subway. And do you know this story?
I don't. This sounds good already.
I want. This is because I have an inner monologue of a gross guy, but I'm able to understand that. So I go, that's not right. I'm able to go, that's not right. I can't control how my brain naturally thinks. What I can control is how I filter through that.
Dude, I have the inner monologue of a gross guy, but I know how to filter it is the best thing I've ever heard.
Because we all do. I'm telling you guys, I get it.
That's real.
Be smart. I was on the subway in New York City, and this girl, cute girl, gets on the subway, and she looks around the subway car. I'll never forget this. You know, I was in New York living there. I was super single. It wasn't super easy to date there. I was like a little bit on the subway, probably going to a gig or something. And she gets on the subway. She looks around the subway car. David locks eyes with me. Looks me up and down.
What?
Exactly. And then sits next to me on the subway. I said to myself, she wants me. I went, this is going to be so easy. She's not even
dunk, baby.
trying to hide it. Do I just go, hey, next stop, let's get off? I don't even know what the next stop is. But that's how much she wants it. She looked me in the eyes, up and down, and sat next to me. As I'm thinking this, because I'm an idiot, I must have been doing something because I'm thinking it.
You're peacocking.
I might have been peacocking because I'm thinking it, but I'm not saying it, but I'm thinking it. She must have felt me thinking it. So I just see her go like this. And like she had like a cardigan or something. She just kind of went like that and like turned a little bit that way. And then I looked at her. I went, why did she? I didn't even say anything. Why did she do that? Then I look around the subway car and I realize, crazy homeless guy over there, sketchy looking dude over there, no seats over there, another guy holding on, wearing like a wife beater, holding on a thing like that over there. And I went, oh, she doesn't want me. I'm just her safest option.
Yes.
She looked at me, looked around, went, I think that guy probably won't kill me.
That's so funny.
And then sat next to the guy going, oh, she wants this. And I went, I'm an idiot.
Men in a nutshell.
Yeah.
That's so
guys,
funny.
It's like we're a lot more unsafe than we want to realize. And Andrew Tate is doing this. He's making men angry. I mean, Nick Fuentes. It's like, dude, women are awesome.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, there's probably been 3 women that I've dated who are genuinely bad people.
Right.
Everyone else has been pretty dope.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Women are great.
They are great.
This is why I get so mad not mad, but I really have to think about it when I hear men shitting on them. So why do women do this? And women do this thing this certain way. And women do it this way, but men do it this way. Hey guys, they're women.
Yeah.
And if you don't want them to be women, go hang out with men.
I'm not perfect, but I really have gotten to this place where I try to really understand what it must be like to like walk to a car at night. You know, that old saying, you know, walking to a car at night and being scared. And it's like, you gotta know what it's like to be them a little bit. Like it is a scary world. And now with everything going on, it's just getting scarier because now things can just happen, right? Like we don't even care about. We have a pedophile as a president. Like think about being a woman. Like how scary that is, man.
Right.
You know. So I mean, men have to be better, and it's very easy for us to be better. So it's just like you just have to absorb what it's like. Like you know, there's just so. I couldn't imagine being a woman and having sex. I would be so prude. I'm not letting any of these gross dudes near me. Like, are you kidding me? I have to like be exposed and just hope that this dude with this like this
weird thing hanging off of him,
this hard baton, is gonna like.
Unless you're clavicular chlamydia.
Yeah, who can't get? He's a chubby dude. Chubby
you gotta
man.
hammer it.
Chubby men. Chlamydia chubby men.
Chlamydia chubby men.
And I don't even believe Andrew Tate can get it hard either. I don't.
None
think
of them
he
can. Dude,
no.
all those guys are closeted something. Maybe not necessarily gay, but something.
Something.
Maybe they have performance anxiety. maybe they can't have sex with a woman without picturing their mom.
I think.
Do you know what I mean?
I think Andrew Tate wants to cry. I think he needs to
bet-
cry.
Oh my God!
I think
bet
he needs to
does.
cry.
I bet he does so much.
I think he needs to cry. Yeah.
He's probably like, I'm Andrew Tate. I can fight in the UFC. I can be the best. I can have 7 girlfriends, and it's not their choice.
Yeah,
I'll be
man.
right back, guys.
It's so crazy.
Suck. I'm such an idiot.
So they're so.
Yeah, but there's always, there's always clicks and money, clicks and money, clicks and money, clicks and money. What? Hammer that. Hammer that, chubby clicks and money, clicks and money. That's the new jam, dude.
Psych 101, baby.
Psych 101, dude. Dude, this was fun.
Yeah.
I love talking shit. Thanks so much for watching So Sad and So Real. Please continue to support this podcast. It means everything. I'm Jason Collins.
John Campanelli.
Bye, guys.
Bye.